Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Tea Time with Tommy, with your favorite moderator, Paula, and our hosts, Norbz and Tommy. Another episode of AEW Hot Takes. Let's start today's episode off with Keith Lee and Jay White making their debuts. Norbz, I'll let you take off with this one.
Yes, the former NXT champion and North American champion Keith Lee made his presence known in his first match at Dynamite. He faced Isaiah Cassidy for the Face of the Revolution qualifying match, one-on-one. And man, the pop that he received from the fans is just unbelievable. He is a beloved superstar, 348 pounds of pure power and strength, and he just made his presence known, and the ovation from the fans is just unbelievable. Yes, he faced Isaiah Cassidy of Private Party in that match, and Jay White as well. He made his impact, his appearance backstage, helping out the Young Bucks attack Roppongi Vice. That's Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta. The ongoing feud between Best Friends and the Elite is just kicking it to high gear again as Jay White, Switchblade, superstar in Japan in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's all elite. He's gonna have a match very soon in AEW, so watch out for the Switchblade to come.
Yeah, just like Norb said, man, Switchblade, Japan Pro Wrestling legend, wrestled with Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes as well. Interesting intro when he came in, when the Young Bucks were beating up on the Young Friends in the trailer area there. But yeah, and then he did his famous patented Switchblade on one of the Young Friends during one of their matches.
Young Bucks.
Young Bucks. Man, those two have been going on so long. I messed up the
Best Friends and the Young Bucks.
Forgive me, Norbs. I can make a mistake. Thank you.
Sure you can, Tom.
But I just think it's a great acquisition by AEW, and to put that cherry on the top, guys, Keith Lee is now an AEW member as well. Wow, he threw around Isaiah Cassidy like he was like putty all over the place, and it was just a great introduction for Jay White and Keith Lee. Great acquisition pickups. AEW is looking strong right now.
Awesome. Okay, Tommy, here's a topic for you to start off with. CM Punk and Jon Moxley versus FTR.
Wow, what a shocker. Jon Moxley, guys, teaming up with CM Punk to take on FTR. And the stipulations was interesting. MJF said, you can have the rematch with me anywhere, at any time, any place, if you defeat FTR with any partner. But then he goes on, it's funny, he says you can't have Tweedledee or Tweedledum, you know what? You got to pick a guy from the back of the locker room. And we're waiting, and Jon Moxley steps out, and MJF and Sean Spears was going insane. What the heck? How'd this happen? Well, it was a great match. In the end, they pulled it off. CM Punk and Jon Moxley. Now CM Punk gets to pick where and when. Gee, I wonder where that will take place. Chicago again for the third straight time. But I'm happy they did not end this rivalry. These two are like the best on the mics, probably in pro wrestling history, other than The Rock. Of course, The Rock's the greatest on the mic, but these two are right up there with The Rock. So I'm glad they didn't end the rivalry yet. Maybe they can add Jon Moxley to the mix now. I know Moxley's got his thing with Bryan Danielson, but who knows? But I am glad that it was a great main event. And I wasn't the main event, but yeah, it was a great match.
Yes, MJF still pulling some tricks up his sleeve, and his latest trick that he's pulled on CM Punk is that stipulation, as Tom alluded to. CM Punk unfortunately couldn't pick Sting and Darby Allin, who he considers his friends, to be in his match. But instead, yes, Jon Moxley, a loud pop from the fans, coming out to be CM Punk's mystery tag team partner. And yes, they pulled it off. They beat the FTR in a hard-fought match. And it did irate MJF and Sean Spears at the back while watching the match. I really don't know what's going to happen for next week. Is this rematch going to build itself up again? because MJF always has something up his sleeve, and you'll never know what he's going to pull. Is he going to put CM Punk in some sort of a gauntlet to have this rematch really build up for itself? So we'll definitely see. MJF is the top heel in the business right now, and only God knows like what else does he have up his sleeve from here on in.
Yeah.
Right on, right on. All right, and our last topic of the day, I'll let Norbs keep up with this one just since we did just finish up there with CM Punk and Jon Moxley. Texas Deathmatch, Hangman Adam Page versus Lance Archer.
Man, you know what? AEW continues to shock the world and make like quality, unbelievable, unreal matches for their fans. And this is just one example of it. Like week after week, I mean, the quality of these matches are just top notch. And again, Dynamite had the Texas Death Match for the AEW Championship, and they did not disappoint at all. I mean, the battle started from the back. There was no introductions and entrances necessary. Adam Page and Lance Archer began their war in the back, and they've gone back and forth in this contest. Very barbaric indeed. Even Jake the Snake Roberts tried to get involved. He gave Adam Page a short clothesline, and Dan Lambert, his one of his allies, really had to, manipulated with the ring ropes to take away the buckshot lariat from Adam Page, because that's his finisher to finish Lance Archer. But yeah, this one went back and forth on a 20-minute contest. I wish it was a bit longer. Yes, so Adam Page is still your champion, and Lance Archer, like who knows? Like will this be a rematch in the making? So we'll definitely see. It was a good contest.
Exactly. Our good old Jake the Snake Roberts who was on our podcast in the past, guys, was managing Lance Archer in that amazing Texas Death Match. Before I go on, I have to ask, like, what is with that light behind Norbs's background there? Because it's blinding me. So it's best if you take the light off, Norbs. Come on now.
What
it's
light?
Like I don't know, on the Anaheim Mighty Ducks
light
thing on the back. Oh man.
Some wrestling titles there.
Can't see properly with that light in the background.
It's
man.
an all sports man cave. What do you expect?
Is that what that is? Tell us a little bit about your background wall there, Norbs.
Blinding me.
Yeah, it's kind of blinding Tom because he's overwhelmed with all the details up in the wall here. As you can see, I'm a sports fan. I have baseball, I have wrestling, and I have hockey. It's just a passionate man cave down here. It's great.
Are you making fun of me because I don't have that stuff in the background? But this ridiculous art picture from Italy? Are you knocking me?
Where are your Raptors, Tom?
Can't afford it. I can't afford it. My money goes to my mom's bank account, guys. So it's like I can't afford anything. No. I get my brother's credit card. But honestly, the match was amazing. Norbs put everything down in detail, guys. Very well put, like he always does. It's from start to finish, action-packed. Both of them bleeding. Hangman was bleeding more, guys. But that part where Lance Archer just did a power bomb on top of those stairs, like how did in real life that hurts? That looked awful. So I think Hangman was in the hospital after that. That's why he's the well-deserved AEW champion. Guy puts his body on the line every time he is in a match. But it was a great match nonetheless. Barely did he beat Lance Archer. Barely. So definitely Lance Archer is someone to look out for. Someday he would maybe champion of AEW. I think he will be. And a Texas Death Match hopefully will come again. But Hangman's always up for it. Lance Archer's always up for it. So maybe they can have another rematch down the line. But that was a very classic, epic match. So kudos to both men.
All right. Any final notes for today's episode, gentlemen?
Yeah, Norbs gets a new light or something in the background. That would help. Blinding me.
Yeah, it's just the basement life is like this very strong down here, and it's blinding Tom. Like maybe he'll He'll
Turn it off,
the
man.
more fresh
Turn it off.
perspective for next week.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to Jay White's first match in AEW in the coming days, and he's a great star icon in Japan. The Switchblade, he's had some great matches in New Japan Pro Wrestling and also around the world. And I'm looking forward to Jay White. What he's going to do is he going to ally himself with the Young Bucks and with the Elite with Adam Cole, because they're all best friends. They've been they've gone way back. They've wrestled all around the world. They've competed all around in Japan and everywhere around the world. So yeah, definitely, I'm looking forward to Jay White.
Sweet.
What Norbz, good point. He finally made a good point on the show. Basically, yeah, like
Really?
Norbz said. I'm kidding, man. You always make great points. No, like you said, Jay White. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the other one too, Keith Lee. I'm not sure if you mentioned that, Norbz. That's the one guy that's gonna dominate AEW for a while. The athleticism for a guy his size is just amazing. So I'm looking forward to seeing more matches of Keith Lee. So he was a great pickup. And overall, right now, as the roster is, AEW should leave it alone. Maybe make one more addition. Her rumors Bray Wyatt might be signing, but after that, let it alone because this roster is stacked from top to bottom. Don't make the mistake WWE made in the past where you just add more and more and more. You can't use any of them. I think it's good to just let it be right now. Unless a huge name wants to sign, I think they should let the roster be as it is right now, currently. But yeah, AEW is looking great, guys.
Awesome. Well, I guess that wraps up today's episode. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to watch Tea Time with Tommy, with our friends Norbz, Tommy, and myself, Paula. We're looking forward to having you next week. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Get a new light. Norbz.
Hey everyone, it's Brittany from Tea Time with Tommy, and don't forget to catch Tea Time with Tommy and click the subscribe button on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. And if you don't click the subscribe button, Tommy will be a very, very, very cranky old man. So let's not have that. So make sure you click the like and subscribe button.